Hi guys, and welcome back to another video of Gaming with Powers. I'm Jake.
I'm Sierra.
And today we're going to be doing a review of the board game Canvas by R2I Games. Alright guys, as always, we're going to take you down to the table first and walk you through it and show you how it's played with one full turn. And then we'll be back up here for the review. Alright guys, so we have everything set up here for a two-player game of Canvas. And while Sierra gets this out, so the goal of Canvas is essentially you're going to be making 3 paintings, okay? The game ends when a player has finished their 3rd painting. Everybody will take one final turn, which will pretty much allow you to finish your painting, and then you will score the paintings. You will score each painting as you complete them, but you'll score all the amount of ribbons that you have at the end of the game, and then you'll kind of see. So it's who can make the best paintings, who can be the most artistic. So you basically, the way the setup the game works is we have our, I don't know what you call them, criteria of what the people are looking for our types of paintings. And so they have different symbols and iconography on them that let you know you'll score points. So for example, to earn a red ribbon on your painting, you must have at least 2 triangles. For every set of 2 triangles you have, you'll earn 1 red ribbon, which is going to be worth 3 points. Okay? Variety, style, and then emphasis are all there that you guys can see. So everybody is dealt 3 background cards. Okay? These are my 3. Those are their 3. Everything is random. What's cool is they have like a whole bevy of background cards to pick from. They also have a whole slew of different criteria cards as well. And so you have your 3 background cards. Everybody also gets inspiration tokens. You get 4 easels or inspiration tokens, and then you are ready to begin the game. So basically, guys, Canvas is super simple. You can only do 2 things. The first thing is you can take a card from here in the row, or you can complete a painting. You must use 3 cards in order to complete a painting. It must be 3, okay? So on your turn, you choose one of the paintings, one of the cards here from the row. The card that is the leftmost card will always be free. So this card right here in this slot will always be free. If I want to take any other card, I have to use my inspiration tokens, and I have to put 1 down on every card before the card I want to take. So let's say I want the card Nightmare, right? So I would have to put an inspiration token there, inspiration token there, inspiration token there, in order for me to collect Nightmare, okay? Once you collect a card, the rest of the cards in the row will move down, and a new card will go ahead and come out. Now, these inspiration tokens stay on the cards until somebody else picks them up. So if Sierra's like, man, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and take another card, take that one. Yep, she'll collect the inspiration token. Again, all of the cards will move down. And then all the cards will move down. And now it's my turn, right? So let's say I take this card. I get both these inspiration tokens. So now I have 3 again. And of course, everything will move back down, all right? So that is the first thing that you can do. The second thing you can do is complete a painting. So how that works is I'm just going to go ahead and take 3 random cards here. And we'll just do this. And what you can do, guys, if you notice that each of these individual cards or pictures has symbols and iconography down at the bottom. What you're going to do is you're going to take your 3 cards and you're going to stack them on top of each other like the board game or the game Gloom, if you've ever played that. And you'll stack them like that, and you'll go ahead and put it in on your background. And now I have completed the painting called Deep Nightmare. So then what I would do is look here at the bottom to see if I meet any of the criteria. So for example, I would meet the emphasis criteria because I have exactly 1 color wheel. So I would take 1 purple ribbon. I meet the criteria of repetition because I have 2 triangles. So I would take 1 red ribbon. And then the silver is kind of like a generic wild. And so I get per green, right? Is that it? Per sun, yeah. So I couldn't see that. So any sun that I would have in my painting, I would get 1 silver. I have no sun, so I don't get any silver. So with this painting, I would just get 1 purple and 1 red. So then what I would do is put this painting over the side, and then I would just keep collecting cards until I had finished 2 more of my paintings. And then at the end of the game, you'll go ahead and count up your ribbons, and then you'll kind of go from there. So we'll go ahead and put these cards out. All right, so she took a card. My turn to take a card next. I'm going to take this, and I'll take that. And then everything slides down. And then, are you ready to complete your painting?
I'm going to complete my painting.
All right, I'll just take this. I'll complete the painting.
And you stack it. I have 3 cards in there. It's called Vast Beauty. I get 1 red for having 2 triangles. I get 2 silvers because I get a silver per triangle, and exactly 1 so that I can get a purple. So from this completed painting, I got 1 red, 2 silvers, 1 purple ribbon.
All right. I have Imminent Mess, which is a mess. It gives me nothing. All right, guys. So that is Canvas. Super simple, super easy. We'll go ahead and see you guys back up top for the review. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It was nice and quick because this game is nice and quick. And let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So starting with the theme, I went ahead and give this an A+. I think this is a wonderful theme. I think this idea of putting the different cards together, kind of like gloom on top of each other to create like your own personal painting, is just awesome. I have that like deep down inside me, even though I can't draw or paint. Like I always think like painting and drawing is cool, and so like I'm not very artistic at all, but I have
something new.
I have dreams of artistic thing, so I get to live it vicariously through this game. But I think it's just a great concept of a whole game. It's you're selecting your different pictures, kind of like you're drawing it, and then you put it together to combine to make your painting, and it's your painting. And it's just a great overall feel, and I love the game. So A+ for me.
I gave it A+ as well. I think it's beautiful. I love the concept of you're a painter, artwork, or creating your own artwork, using these different variables, and then trying to complete these what'd you call them? Criteria,
yeah.
I love it. I think this is an awesome game.
Yep. All right, moving on to components. So I went ahead and gave this A here. I think the production here is fantastic. The detailed artwork on every single card is phenomenal. I think like even the cards themselves, like they're super thin, but it's a thick material. It's like a thick.
That doesn't make sense. They're super thin, but they're thick.
It's thin, but it's sturdy. That's what I meant to say. It's thin, but it's sturdy. You don't really have a lot of problems, and then you putting them together. There's not a whole lot of scratching that occurs when you're putting them together, and so all the different background cards, like I showed earlier, that they have and available, and then the cardboard tokens are just generic cardboard tokens, but they're like nice cardboard tokens. It's an A for me.
Yeah, I gave it an A+. I think that all the individualities of the artwork cards are beautiful. How they put it together, the background, I love it. I love the components. I love this about Gloom too. We mentioned that game earlier, but how you're able to take these cards and stack them to create a picture is incredible to me.
Yep. Okay, moving on to setup. So I went ahead and get set up at A+ here. The game is ridiculously easy to set up. Literally, you're just rolling out the mat. You have all of the transparent cards go in this little box here, and then you just put the box out and just slide them out. You shuffle the background cards, give 3 to each person. You shuffle the criteria cards, and then you just lay out the boards. I mean, literally takes 2 minutes to set up, so it's A+ for me.
Agreed, A+. Super easy. I love this little box that helps slide everything out. And yeah, I think it's great.
All right, moving on to length. Went ahead and gave length an A+ here. Again, because of the simplicity of the game, things move very quickly. It's literally, okay, you can hold up to 5 cards in your hand. You don't have to take 3 and then make your painting right away. Your hand limit is 5. So you normally get your 5 cards and then you decide what 3 you want to combine, and then you go there. But it's still, with only really 2 options, take a card or make a painting, it moves by very quick, and you know what you're trying to get, and it just moves along smoothly and nice. So A+ for me.
Yeah,
nice.
I gave it an A only because I want it to be a little longer.
Yeah.
Because I love this game. And it is a really quick game. I think we get through it in like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Tops. Yeah. So I give it an A for those same reasons. Great for a short game. I want to keep playing it.
Yes. Yeah, this is one of those games that like you get like 15 minutes into the game and you've already got 2 paintings done and you're like, oh man, I only got 1 more painting. Okay, moving on to difficulty. So as always, guys, remember the higher rating for difficulty means we feel the easier it is. I went ahead and gave this an A. Again, I think the game is very simple. I think I could even say it's an A+. The reason why I would not say it's an A+ though is because on some of the criteria cards, they can get very confusing. And so that would be the only thing that would deter it from it being an A+, but that also adds to the fun of the game, of the competitiveness of the game. So it's not a bad thing in any way. That's the only reason why I wouldn't go with the A+. Again, it's very simple. It's
grab that one. That's a good example.
Yeah, like
slightly confusing.
This one is saying your sons have to be greater than, if you have 1 son greater than the wheel, the triangle, and the square, you'll get 4. But in their defense, what they've done is they've added on the back of the card like an example of how it works in the wording.
You're taking what I was going to talk about.
Sorry. But it's just the hassle of having to like look, oh, what is that again? What is that again? What is that again? So that's the only thing that detracts it from an A+ for me. But it's still an A. Again, it's very easy to pick up. I think anybody who's new to board gaming can pick this cup, and I think they're going to enjoy it.
Agreed. I gave it an A as well for all those same reasons, and he took what I was going to say and talk about. But pretty much, the different criterias do get a little harder. Like he said, he actually already said that one wrong as an example. Can you hand me that one again?
Yeah.
So he said 1 son has to be greater than the other 3. Well, really what it is you have to have more sons than the other 3. So like I noticed on here, you get a what is that? Oh, that's just the ribbon. Yeah. You get a ribbon for having 2 sons, and none of those are greater than the 2. Versus over here, you've got more of the squares than sons, so you didn't get a ribbon for that one.
Yep.
But that just shows you, like, there's little difficulties in here, but it helps with the challenge of the game. Like, you don't want the game to just be super easy. You want some difficulty, some...
Yep.
It's not competitiveness the word I'm looking for, but... this is the same word I couldn't say earlier.
I have no idea what word you're trying to say.
When you're trying to pick certain things to make it. Strategy. You're trying to have a good strategy. Gosh, I can't talk. But I think that it's a really easy game to learn with some difficulties or strategizing that you have to do as well.
All right, guys, moving on to replayability. So I went ahead and gave this an A+ here. Again, I think the reason why for me is just every time you play the game, you're going to have different paintings. And that's what's so cool about it, and just all the different combinations. I mean, like, there's a lot of these cards in this deck. I want to say at least, 50 to 75 cards. And so it's just that feeling of, oh, what kind of cool painting am I going to make this time? Or like, am I going to have an imminent mess and like not have anything at all? So it's just, the variety is very, very good and very solid here. And so it's an A+ for me.
Agreed. I gave it an A+ too. I think the different cards, the different criteria changes it up immensely. So yeah, it's a quick game, so you're not having to do the same thing over and over too many times, with being able to change it up enough game to game where I think that replayability is really high.
Yep. All right, guys, moving on to last one for price. I'm going ahead and give this an A. So I picked this up for like $27 on our Small Business Saturday sale. You can find this online for average of about $30, $31. Of course, your higher end places are going to sell it for higher, around $40. I know R2I Games has the deluxe edition for $60, which basically the only difference is everything is wooden. So like all of these tokens are wooden and those tokens are wooden. I wouldn't recommend getting the deluxe edition for $60 when you can get this version for half that price. But at this price point for $30, this is what I would expect from a game like this. Like a smaller type game, or like a smaller medium-ish, a schmedium-ish type game. But again, I think it's great. I think you're gonna get your money. You're definitely gonna get your money's worth out of this, because you're gonna love this game, and it's a great price point compared to other games, and it's awesome. I mean, just the artwork and everything. If you're an artistic person, you're gonna love this. A from me.
I gave it a A as well. I think price is super fair. Good amount for this schmedium style game, as Jake put it. Yeah, I think it's super competitive pricing, I guess is the way to put it.
Yep. All right, guys. Overall ratings, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A+. I think this game is fantastic. Again, just the theme, the length of the game, what you're getting is just awesome. You're gonna enjoy this, especially for two. This is a quick game that you can bust out when you don't have a lot of time, or if you just want to have some fun and laugh at each other's paintings. I remember there's been a couple times we played this, and like we've definitely laughed back and forth. I think like I actually had this one time and said it was like coral or something like that. Like, it's just, you get to use your imagination and your creativity and have fun. And really, at the end of the day, that's kind of what board gaming is about, is having that imagination and creativity. Again, for the price, everything that we outlined above, this is an A+. I highly recommend this game. If you've never heard of this game or never played this game before, we got a playthrough. Go ahead and definitely check that out. But I highly recommend you guys going to find this game, because you'll definitely enjoy it.
I agree. I gave it an A+ as well. We hadn't really heard of it before we got it on that Small Business Saturday sale, and it was just a good pickup. It's one of the best games I think we've gotten, and we both love it. So we've played it a couple of times. We'll probably play it here in just a second again too.
Yeah, I would put this in probably like my top 10 of like best games I've played this year.
Yeah, I agree. It's an awesome game. How it stacks on each other, I love. And I keep trying to figure out how they knew where to put them at different points, so that they're not like all covering each other. You can still see the different I don't know, like pieces, I guess, of the painting. But it's awesome. It's a great game. Highly recommend it.
Yep. All right, guys, you got anything else for them?
No. I don't know. I can't think of a pun for y'all.
All right.
Paint on.
Paint on, yeah. All right, guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, and we look forward to bringing you more content. Check out the playthrough we got of this. I'll go ahead and link it in the video if you guys are interested in that. And as always, y'all be great. Bye.
Bye.